Rhode is in a king tide alert for the next 3 days. A king tide is a non-scientific term used to describe exceptionally high tides. Starting today, tides are expected to be at their highest, peaking at more than 1 foot above normal level. Experts say the full moon is to blame.
Now, here's your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
Well, the combination of the full moon and the fact that that moon is a little closer to Earth, a little more gravitational pull, and those tides will be running above average actually right on through Friday. All right, take a look outside. It is quiet. Certainly it's not a stormy night. Clouds have been on the increase. There'll be a little bit of sprinkles and some drizzle and some areas of fog developing during the overnight hours. But if you're stepping out right now, isn't all that bad. It's temperatures now that are in the upper 60s. The humidity is up there as well, so you can feel the humidity in the air. 67 now in Providence, looking at 66 on New Bedford, and middle 60s along the South Shore. Burrillville and Glendale now at 64. So the dry streak coming to an end. Today actually is day 23. 23 consecutive days without any significant precipitation. Now we have a little bit for tomorrow. By no means is Thursday a stormy day where we're getting downpours and flooding and thunder, but there'll be occasionally the light showers, sprinkles, and some mist. An area of low pressure storm system will be stalled offshore. It's going to circulate damp Atlantic air over southern New England, cloudy skies, cool temperatures, and occasional precipitation. We'll see that in more detail in just a second. And trending cooler starting tomorrow through Friday and on into the weekend. It'll feel more like autumn. Daytime highs are in the upper 60s. So mainly cloudy across southern New England. The steadier moisture is still offshore. So there are two L's, two low pressure areas. One's near Norfolk, Virginia, and another one as well south of New England. And they'll more or less kind of spin around each other and stall south of New England offshore. And what that'll do is promote more of an east-northeasterly wind. It's not a great wind direction. It tends to draw in Atlantic moisture, clouds, cool temperatures, and at times some precipitation. So we have precipitation in the forecast tomorrow right on through at least Saturday morning. It's one of those deals where at times it's just mist or drizzle, and then other times it's a little heavier. And new data coming into the Weather Center suggesting that the precipitation on Friday would be a little heavier than what's on tap for tomorrow, which is, I would say, more kind of a nuisance as far as intensity. So storm system, well, area of low pressure offshore. So tomorrow morning, throwing back clouds and cool temps, some mist and some sprinkles, and then slightly steadier showers trying to sneak in by late afternoon and early evening. A little more generous by tomorrow night. This is around 9 o'clock. Low still spinning offshore. I notice the coverage of precipitation, the showers and rain expanding more so on Friday. It's a little bit heavier on Friday. Continues into Friday night. And unfortunately, with this low pressure area still kind of spinning off the coast of Cape Cod, may try to throw back more damp conditions, at least into the first half of Saturday. So leaning towards Sunday being the slightly brighter and drier day. You'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Precipitation, this is going to be a running total now through Saturday. So now through 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, there's not a lot, with the best chance actually being in eastern Massachusetts. So I prefer to call what comes out of the sky tomorrow as very, very light. But then notice how it starts to ramp up a little bit as we get into Friday, especially in eastern Mass. And then by Saturday afternoon, some of the totals up to inch and a half. Now that's over a 3-day period. Notice out towards Plymouth County, the amounts are a little higher. So again, there are no downpours at the bus stop tomorrow morning, but some mist and drizzle and some fog. Parents, I would have the kids take the umbrella still. I think coming home, maybe a slightly better chance of some slightly steadier rain showers, but breezy, cool, and damp. Temperatures only in the upper 60s. Tomorrow morning, hour by hour, looking at clouds, temperatures in the upper 60s with sprinkles and some mist, and the shower activity becoming just a little steadier during the afternoon. But again, we're not looking at downpours or stormy weather, but kind of, gray and damp and cool upper 60s. Beaches have a high rip current risk both tomorrow and Friday. That's not to say we have any great beach weather. Obviously, we don't over the next couple of days. Bay forecast, northeast winds really picking up, 10 to 15 gusts to 25 knots, and those tides running above average over the next several days. 7-day forecast, a better chance of slightly heavier rain on Friday, and unfortunately, cool and damp conditions do spill over into at least the first half of Saturday, leaning towards Sunday being brighter and drier, partly sunny skies, cool. Autumn officially arrives in the calendar version on Sunday with temperatures in the mid-60s. So big puddles and flooding tomorrow, no, but some mist and drizzle, yes.
At least we're easing into it.
Slowly.
All right, Tony, thank you. Yeah. Coming up next.